Hey there, my name is Mason Bennett. This is my Who Am I Really speech. I apologize for any noise. This is not my usual environment, but we're going to try our best. So, here we go. This past summer, I traveled up to Connecticut to visit some friends that I've had online for over 8 years now. And I was finally able to meet some of my closest friends in person. And what did we do to celebrate this occasion? We spent 3 days assembling a 1,000 all white piece puzzle. And over this time, despite yelling and fighting and some genuine tears from people, we managed to finish it. And this reminded me of what's really important in life, and that's friends, staying positive, and overcoming adversity. This in itself is a puzzle, gathering the different pieces of life, figuring out how they all work together, and learning when to stop trying to force a piece that doesn't really fit. Every single one of us has our own puzzle to build, and I believe that I found some good strategies for this. It took a lot of patience. I lost pieces along the way, and there were times when I did try to force the wrong piece. But as I continue, I can already see that when it's all done, the picture will be beautiful. My whole life I've had to problem solve, whether it's a puzzle piece being sucked up by a vacuum, or just being lost forever, or simply just someone, sitting on under their leg. Critical thinking, compromising, and especially forgiveness, both of myself and others, has led me to overcome these problems, letting me kind of continue my journey in putting this together. The beauty of a puzzle is that it can cover anything and everything. Like life, you can't succeed with just one piece, and you'll notice every single hole. This is true in everyone's lives and has rung true for me, especially in school and with my friends and family, and with my physical and mental health. When starting a puzzle, you always have to start with the corner pieces. These are the foundations you build on. This is, you can't move forward without these being solid. And with that, I kind of connected that to my physical and mental well-being. Now, physically, I have chronic hearing loss. I've suffered with it since I was roughly 3 or 4. I've had 7 or 8 surgeries throughout my life. It's something that I've had to kind of work my whole life around and learn how to adapt to and deal with, and how it affects not only me but other people. And very recently, just a few weeks ago, I went to the spinal doctor and learned that I have multiple degenerative discs in my spine. And it's a really serious problem, and it's a lot to hear, but this isn't slowing me down. I've already started physical therapy. I'm discussing further treatments. I'm going to keep fighting it. But like physical and mental health, that's only half. The other half is mental, like I said. In quarantine over the last, few years, I began dealing with symptoms of depression and kind of isolation-induced anxiety. And instead of succumbing to this, though, I decided to fight it. And I looked into online therapy. I pushed myself to make friends and make plans with my friends, and just try to stay as connected to others as possible. And despite my kind of success in that, this past year, I started experiencing panic attacks. And this is something that's really scary, and they've gotten more severe as the year went on. But through the help of those loved ones and the support of those around me, I've been able to learn how to kind of control them and keep myself grounded. But once I have those 4 corner pieces locked in, my health is stable, you kind of move on to the border, right? This is where the difficulty increases a bit. There's a lot more to handle, there's a lot more to figure out. But that's okay, because I had others helping me put those pieces together. And that's where my friends and family come in. Whether it was the friends I spoke about earlier, I met them online in middle school. And here I am now in my 2nd year of college, and they're all still by my side. We've made even more friends. We've laughed together, we've cried, we've screamed, but we've grown up together. And I think that's really important. And when quarantine hit and I was at a low mentally, I was always able to rely on these people to kind of help keep me up. And some of them live in other countries, but we all stuck together and were able to help each other. And that's what's most important. And, even then, your friends may fizzle out sometimes. If they're helping me build my puzzle and everyone gives up on me. and I go home and I'm dejected, and I want to get this done, but there's no one there. My family was always there. And, coming out of quarantine, despite having those friends, a lot changed. A lot of people changed. And some people just disappeared. And it was a hard adjustment to make for me, but I knew that my family was there for me every step of the way. This supportive relationship kind of goes both ways, though. It's all about treating those you love with care and support. As bad as you've needed them at times, they need you. And, as a family, I'm very close with them. We go to concerts together, we've gone on trips and things, but we've also experienced loss together, and we've had to overcome things together. And that's, it just reinforces how strong that bond is. And now that the border is complete, I've had to begin working on the middle. And this part is just, this is obviously the hardest part. And this is where my puzzle pieces just didn't quite fit. And that's with schooling. How many times I rotated it and tried to fit it, and it just doesn't work. I left high school to pursue game design at William Peace University in downtown Raleigh. And, this was the start of an amazing new chapter in my life. And I had great times. I met great people. I had the opportunity of a lifetime and got to study abroad in Japan this summer. It was fantastic. But the school wasn't right for me. And after financial issues and professor issues, roommate issues, and just everything, me and my family decided that we agreed that it was time for me to move on. And that was honestly one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. And, at this point in putting together my puzzle, I had to stop. I was frustrated and confused, and I just had to take some time off and stretch and deep breaths. But I sat back down, crisscross applesauce on the floor, and started putting those pieces back in, and that's why I'm here now. I took a gap semester off, and now I'm here at Wake Tech, and I don't know what I'm going to do in the future, but this is the first step. This is yet another kind of get off the ground, keep moving. It's going to work out. And I'm so proud of the work I've accomplished so far. My corner pieces are locked into place. My frame, it may be shaky, but it's complete. And I'm progressing steadily on filling in that, each and every hole in the center of my puzzle. And you kind of have to just take a step back and look at, how many hours you spent sifting through piles and organizing. But each and every one of us has a puzzle to build, whether it's, a mountain range or a sleeping puppy picture or just a plain white canvas like me and my friends had. We all have obstacles to overcome. And, some more than others, some in different areas. But this doesn't divide us, it brings us together. We all struggle to find that one piece sometimes. And all it may take is a friend to lean over with a fresh set of eyes and help us out. But this leads to where I am now, standing before you, puzzle pieces scattered all over the place, tired, beaten down, but happy. And I'm happy because despite all the holes in my picture, I can see those, thousands of hot air balloons floating in the sky right before my eyes. Thank you.